directing. He has Breath coming out, which is a Tim Winton story. Will be released in the Gold Coast Film Festival in a couple of weeks, next week, which is his first directorial role. Apparently it was very fun. I won't ask you too much about that, but it is an absolute pleasure to have Longines Ambassador of Elegance with us, Simon Baker.
Woo!
Thanks, Matt. How's that for an intro?
Mate, you were frothing.
Not just about you.
Yeah, but there's a hard act to follow, particularly the old Usain Bolt click of fingers.
Isn't that amazing?
What if he did long jump?
Well, that's the question.
Isn't he going to soccer now?
I'd like to see
don't get me started. In 2008, he had never run a major championship 100 metres. His personal best was 10.07. Even I ran faster than that. By the end of the year, he was Olympic champion and run 9.69. Freak,
Whoa. Absolute
freak. But what about you? You spent a bit of time on the Gold Coast.
You were terrifying, mate. You're stats man.
A little bit. Simon, you're back home. You've done a lot of time away from Australia, and congratulations on the body of work that you've done to this point. And I know it's not over. Being back home, being on the Gold Coast, does it bring back memories?
Yeah, I used to actually live in the sort of late 80s, early 90s, about half a kilometre from here. I used to work at the Hyatt Regency at Sanctuary Cove by the pool there. Yes, dreams can come true. You're right. Used to pull Japanese tourists out of the find their wedding rings in the sand.
So what about this? Obviously, times have changed since the 80s on the Gold Coast, but the Commonwealth Games coming here.
If you squint, not so much. I mean, in certain areas, it still feels, there's still that kind of great Australian sort of weekend holiday vibe.
The beaches are something that have attracted, obviously, the global tourist, and you've got to imagine that some of these guys have come from backgrounds that are very humble, and they've never even seen the ocean, let alone feel the sand between their toes. But that's your upbringing. I mean, you couldn't have lived without it, could you?
No. I grew up an hour and a half south of here, so yeah, I'm quite familiar with the area, and my relationship with Longines has been going on now since 2012, and we've been to a lot of different places around the world. A couple of times now we've spent time in Australia, and for me it's always a great pleasure to take them to the beach. And they're Swiss, they've got mountains. It's a stunning place. But I took one of the Longines employees, Maya, and walked her along Bondi Beach 2 years ago, and she couldn't speak the whole time. She'd never experienced anything like that, and it's something that we take for granted because it's there for us. It's right there. They look out at that and go, "Wow, it's incredible," and I go, "Wow, it's blowing northeast." Water's not that clear when the wind's blowing northeast. First thing tomorrow morning, it'll be probably very nice. But they see it and they get blown away, and that is a sense of pride that I carry with myself everywhere I go. And whenever anyone that I've spent time with abroad, whenever I bring them here or they get a chance to be here. So to be associated with Longines during the Commonwealth Games here on the Gold Coast was a real thrill.
The commemorative Conquest VHP, you've got one on your wrist right there, and you know what Longines is all about, and the reflection of that very high precision. In terms of the games, have you been watching a little bit? Have you been blown away by some of the performances that you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, I always watch the swimming because I used to swim, but I was a little short to be a swimmer, I think. So I always definitely watch the swimming, and I love to watch the gymnastics. I also, I know that Longines not only were official timekeepers for the games, which is an incredible responsibility. You can't. You think about it, and then you think about how much all these people work for pretty much a lifetime to get into that position, and if something's incorrect or there's some technical difficulty, then it all goes to hell in a handbasket. It's got to be spot on. There's no second chances with these things. So they also supported the gymnastics,
Rugby sevens, athletics,
the athletics,
table
and the
tennis.
table tennis. Don't mind myself a bit of table tennis actually. If anyone's up for it later, I can warm up for that quite easily. That's no problem. It's a great thing. I did watch a lot of it. I remember growing up as a kid and watching the Commonwealth Games in Brisbane. You know, and
Costello in the marathon.
all of those moments. The great thing about the Commonwealth Games is that it was inspiring. You know, you could be a kid at home and you could sit and watch these people that have focused their lives on, you know, whether it's looking at tiles on the bottom of the swimming pool every day from the age of probably what, mate, 12, 10, 16. Okay, he's a bit more natural.
Cam wanted to be.
One or two in every crowd. Uber human. But that kind of dedication is inspiring, and I think for a place like the Gold Coast to be a host, it's great for a lot of the locals to feel that kind of inspiration. And now the coverage of it is incredible.
Yeah, they've done a really good job, a very good job. You're going to stay with us for the closing ceremony. You're going to be watching on. You're looking forward to that? Have you been a part of a closing ceremony before?
No. I mean, just on the telly.
I've got to ask you, director of this new film coming out, we won't get too far into it, but excited about that? A different venture for you?
Yeah, sort of a natural progression, really. You know, like probably you from sprinting to
Rugby league, that makes
commentating.
Pretty good at it too.
Probably, you know,
Big Parramatta Eels fan, Simon, by the way, so he's having a little bit of a struggle with that at the moment. Simon, thank you so much for being here. We can all agree that it's a pleasure to have you, and we do feel honoured in your presence. And when we speak about you as an ambassador for Australia, when you have been overseas in Hollywood, we speak with such pride. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, mate.